Welcome back to Cheddar, brought to you by HP. 1 month after Hurricane Maria devastated Puerto Rico, 78% of people on the island are still without power. Former NFL player Jack Brewer, through his foundation, is working to raise money and send resources such as water filtration systems to Puerto Rico. He joins us now with actress Amanda Cerny, an ambassador for the foundation. Pleasure to have you both here today. Jack, let's start with you. You've said that it's imperative for the private sector to contribute more to this effort, to the recovery. What have you accomplished so far?
A lot. You know, we've been really focusing on clean water. There's a lot of need there now where there's water that's contaminated. There's a lot of bacterial diseases that are being found right now in the water. And so, you know, when you have those type of issues, it's only so much that our government can do. You know, it also takes, you know, normal folks like us, citizens, looking out for the backs of our fellow Americans, you know, bringing empathy and really understanding that these are real problems. You know, we can't just sit in our bubbles. You know, we can't wake up in our neighborhoods and think that everything is peaches and cream when we got folks that are struggling and that need our help. And, you know, so, you know, it's just my passion to tell the story, advocate for it, you know, and working with amazing people like Amanda, you know, we're able to do a lot of good stuff for good folks.
And Amanda, you're a social media star turned actress and philanthropist. Now, what made you really want to get involved with the Jack's Foundation?
Well, it was actually, I was starting to work for just raising funds for Puerto Rico, and then from there kind of figuring out, you know, where exactly needs the most help and what to do with it. And through great connections with mutual friends, like I was introduced to Jack, and like I've heard about Jack before and his foundation, and so it just kind of made sense because he was already working on Puerto Rico as well. So we kind of like teamed up, and now we're collaborating on helping Puerto Rico.
Wow. Now, you've actually tried to get to Puerto Rico a few times, but flights have been canceled. What's the situation there?
Well, commercial flights are very difficult going in and out. And so we made a decision about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, where we were going to stop putting our resources actually into trying to get there, and we started actually funding folks to get out. You know, we've evacuated dozens of people. Today, I think we got 3 more people that we've evacuated. You know, those individuals that have medical conditions that need to get out urgently. You know, our trip is scheduled for next Friday. You know, we've also been sending resources down. We've sent generators down. And on this next trip, we're very proud to announce that we have over 1 million aqua tabs that we'll be bringing down to the country. That'll provide over 1 million to 1.2 million gallons of clean water. So very excited. You know, just gotten unbelievable support. Amanda's been able to secure, you know, a plane for us and helped us with a tremendous amount of resources. And so I can't tell you enough how impactful she's been and just how amazing it is to see someone so young and vibrant use their platform for good, taking time out of her day to really just help people. You know, that's what America's about.
Yeah, it definitely is. I know that you guys are also trying to raise funds through a crowdfunding site, MedGift. How much money are you looking to raise?
Well, you know, it's not about the amount of money that we're raising. It's about the impact that we're having. We're trying to deploy resources in a responsible way, using techniques and technologies like aqua tabs, where we can, you know, for pennies on the dollar, we can clean, you know, gallons and gallons of water without having to waste and ship things to and from. And so, you know, I hope we raise millions of dollars, but that's really not our goal. Our goal is to spread the message. And if folks want to give, and they want to give to a real organization that has no paid staff, we're all volunteers. We're going with our own hands to do this work. And so, you know, that's really what we focus on. We want to have an impact.
I definitely understand. All right, Amanda, I'm going to change the topic slightly here because I know that you're getting ready to lead the new talent division over at, is it Live XL or Live XL?
Yeah, Live X Live.
Live X Live, that's what it is. All right, how are these new influencers really going to help grow that sort of current social media roster?
Yeah, well, what I've seen, especially going on social media, there's a lot of people that goals are to become social media influencers, and there's some that I feel are talented, more talented than others, and I've seen. So I just wanted to kind of give, because I had to do it all by myself, and it's hard. It's hard finding a great team. It's hard finding, you know, people that truly support you. So I kind of wanted to build a community of influencers that have a talent, whether it be being the best chef or being, you know, a fitness celebrity or any category, like a graffiti artist even. Just finding the best people in each area and really working to grow them on social media and traditionally at the same time, and working with them to build businesses around them as well.
And we've seen how colleges and universities have kind of adapted their own curriculum to try and stay modern and offer different classes, both in digital marketing, social marketing, and figuring out a way to incorporate that social media element. What's perhaps the biggest hurdle that a lot of these influencers have to get over to just get themselves out there?
Yeah, I think a lot of people believe it's easier than it really is. I mean, there's so much content on social media now, and timing's everything, consistency's everything, and creating quality content now too, because just because there's so much, people are going to gravitate towards, what's good. So it's also just staying up with the times and the trends too. You don't want to just jump on the bandwagon with things, and then you want to be innovative with the trends, but also just kind of knowing what's always going on. If there's a new app, it's getting on it at immediately, being the first one on everything. Like if I was just starting and I wanted to create content, I would go on the App Store and look at the top 10 apps that are trending right now and just create profiles on all of those, and maybe I'll be the first one on that and it'll hit. But
very interesting. All right, I want to stick with social media, but slightly turn the conversation and take it back to you, Jack. You have been very outspoken in terms of what's going on with the NFL right now, saying that the anthem sort of protests have been mischaracterized at this point. It's unpatriotic. Obviously, NFL owners and the NFL Players Association met earlier this week right here in New York City. What do you think it's going to take to change the conversation and really get it back on course?
It's going to take one thing, and that's a meeting with the president. So we're going to take these African-American athletes. President Trump. Take these African-American athletes, and we're going to sit across the table and have this conversation. And we're going to do it on behalf of America, because this country is divided and there's no need for it. We have good men in the National Football League that respect their country, they respect their flag, and more importantly, they're trying to be the voice of communities that are voiceless right now. And so we got to give them the opportunity to speak. And we need to speak directly to the president, not in a harsh way, not in a divisive way, but actually have some empathy, take a step back, and have a communication like we should be doing here in America. Our country has a lot of history, deep-rooted history, some good and some bad. But at the end of the day, we have a constitution that allows us to have and speak for our freedoms. And so, we just got to take a step back now. And I think, I've been pushing to have a meeting, and I've had a lot of progress so far, and hopefully we'll be able to figure these situations out.
One more quick question. The NBA season kicked off this week. A lot of reports out there saying that it was perhaps a missed opportunity because there was no kneeling at the beginning of any of the NBA games. You did see teams, though, perhaps linking arms. Do you think that was a missed opportunity by professional basketball players?
No, I think we should stand for our flag. We should be proud of our country. At the same time, we should highlight issues that are injustice and issues that are affecting our people. And I think there's a time and there's a place to do it. I think athletes have a huge platform. After the game, we have cameras in our face, right? During the games, we have cameras in our face. And if we go out in our communities and make impactful strides, people will see that and notice that. And I think us actually going into the communities and doing that work, empowering those kids that are dropping out at 50%, right? Going into those communities that are suffering from lack of health care, right, in broken homes. Going there and actually doing the work hands-on is what this country needs.
All right, there we have it. That's former NFL player Jack Brewer and actress Amanda Cerny.